Hello everyone, it's ShinySparky14 and welcome back to more of the World of Magic. So here we are again with another test. So this time we're going to test the third thing about Dexterity that people say. The third and last thing because, well, okay, I'll just tell you right now. We tested 2 for Dexterity damage test, basically part 1 and part 2, split them into the first one for 22 Dexterity, second part for 28 Dexterity. Okay, those were parts 107 and 108. Then Part 109 and 110, those were for critical, to see if Dexterity actually increases critical rate. And for those, we actually did see an improvement, so we could say that Dexterity does improve critical rate. So those were parts 109 and 110. Oh, and yeah, you're seeing the same thing again. Can you believe this? Don't worry guys, we're almost finished. We are, and again, the reason I keep recycling it is because what if people just want to see this video of hit rate and not the other ones? I mean, I don't know why you would want to, but people do that, you know? And since people do that, well, I have to keep using the same stuff and actually keep re-showing it for this video because that's how it makes sense to show the proof of the attacks in the video which you're trying to prove or disprove a certain stat or whatever. And yeah, so yeah, we are seeing it for a third time, but don't worry, this is the last time. I'll tell you right now, it's the last time. But yeah, so 109 and 110 were the critical, to see if Dexterity increases critical rate, and then after that are these. 17, 18, 19, yeah, so 111 and 112 are going to be basically parts 1 and parts 2 of the hit rate, to see if Dexterity increases hit rate. Now, for hit rate, let me explain. For hit rate, we are going to just see if, okay, how should I explain this? Alright, I got an idea. For hit rate, we're going to basically see how many of these attempts. Attempted attacks mean everything. Normal attacks, critical attacks, and misses. Not blocks. Blocks do not count for the hit rate because, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know why. But blocks are not, they have nothing to do with your hit rate of the bow. Blocks are dependent, or blocks are used or a feature from the enemies. In this case, those NPCs, the Empire Sentries, they have a shield on them, and I guess Come To Us made them, give them a block chance, I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing. So, yeah. So again, no blocks, but we are going to be doing normal attacks, critical attacks, and misses. Those are basically all attempted attacks, and all of those, there were only 4 misses. The miss rate is actually fairly low, even with 22 Dexterity, because, I mean, well, basically with both 22 and 28, but yeah. It always appears that it's going to be higher, but it's really not, and those were really all the misses. 4 out of 112 were misses. Alright, so let me just take a look at something. Alright, yeah. So that is how it's going to be. Alright, so 4 out of 112 misses. Now you might be thinking, why 112? Alright, so as we're doing this other test, I'll explain. Okay. 112 because originally for test number 1 of 22 Dexterity, remember, there was 99 attacks. 99 normal attacks. Then we ended up getting 9 criticals, which means 99 plus 108. I mean, really? 99 plus 9 equals 108. So, for the criticals, it was 108 divided by, or 108 under, you know, 9. Basically, 9 out of 108 were criticals. So, 108 total attacks, which were normal attacks and critical attacks, okay? So, 108 is now the denominator of every normal attack and critical attack combined, right? Yes, it is. Alright. Now, if we want to take hit rate, you know, misses and stuff, into consideration, you then have to add up that whole thing, 108, because remember, 108 is basically representing normal attacks and criticals. So now, even add that towards the misses. Now, 108 plus 4, because we got 4 misses, 112. So now that 112 is representing normal attacks, critical attacks, and misses. So everything. As you can see, within each test, we're basically going up a step and adding even more to the denominator because we're adding even more and more just calculations as a whole, you know? So that's how it goes. That's why the denominator is 112. Remember that blocks do not count because blocks are on the other enemies. For example, if you ever attack enemies, you will get random blocks. That's because the enemy has a block chance. If you attack these Empire Sentries, they have a shield, so I'm guessing Come To Us design them to have a chance to block, that's why they have a block. If you're attacking a warrior, they have a chance to block because they have, well, they have shields, they're equipped with shield, and they also have the skill parry. If you attack a mage or a ranger, they don't block. I don't block. Wait, do I? I'm pretty sure I don't, or... I'm pretty sure I don't. I mean, I could be crazy, but I'm pretty sure I don't, and that's why the block is basically in the enemy. So, 5 out of 113 were, yeah, as you can see, misses. Again, why is it 113? Because now for this time, we actually had 99 original attacks, plus, how many criticals? 9 criticals in the second test, which makes the denominator a total of 108. Then, 5 misses. So do the math. 108, 113, 5. There we go. I mean, 5. 108 plus 5 is, oh my god, I'm crazy. 108 is the total denominator from the first 2 tests, plus the 5 misses, that's 113. There we go. Holy shit, me and my messing up. Okay. So that's it. Now, some of you guys are probably going to see a, I'm not sure how I should call this, but basically, some of you guys can see the flaw in this specific test, the hit rate test. Let me explain. So, the damage test was, of course, I would say legit. There's really nothing wrong with that. There's no error that I made in trying to calculate statistics and, you know, just doing stuff like that. I don't see an error. But, for critical, also no error. But, for hit rate, some people would say that there's an error. Let me explain as to why. Right now I am currently testing, or my hit rate, I'm currently testing this on Empire Sentry A, who appears to be an extremely low level, probably like level 1 or something. I don't know the exact level, but I'm level 27, and this thing is way, way lower. As you can see, the name is gray, you know, look at the name at the top, which means that it's for sure lower than more than 4 levels, but I'm pretty sure it's like, you know, the very first few levels, like 1 or something, maybe a little bit higher, but yeah. But the point that I'm trying to make is one that's very important to understanding, that maybe this whole hit rate thing of dexterity being affected, like, you know, how dexterity affects hit rate, is probably not going to be legit for this test because of the fact that it's way lower level. I mean, let me explain. Maybe, okay, after this right here, because it's gonna, alright. So, next one, 4 out of 118. Now, why is it 118 and not 112? Because the first one's 112. Remember, again, for that one, we actually ended up getting 15 criticals, which means we had to add up 5 more, which is why the statistic is, for the denominator is higher. That's how you do statistics, people. That's how you do it. If you don't know anything about statistics and probability, that's how you do the real statistics and probability, the way I'm doing it right here. Alright, so, as I was saying, let me explain this. For anybody who's level 40 plus, or even 25, whatever, if you go and attack leaf borers in Woody Weedy Forest or Woody Wordy Forest, if you want to attack leaf borers, at your level, let's say level 40, you still have a very, very minimal chance of missing. And I know you know that. For example, you want to attack leaf borers, most of the time you're going to hit them. You know, it feels like 99% of the time you're going to hit them. But every now and then you get that one rare miss, you know, even against the leaf borer, even though you are 40 and the leaf borers are level, what are they, 3 or something? So some of you may be thinking, why am I missing? Why? There's a very logical explanation. That's the formula. Come To Us has designed the formula, the fighting formula, you know, the whatever combat formula, in which case you always have a small chance to miss. It doesn't matter how higher of a level you are, but you will always have a chance to miss on an enemy. So, if you then equip, like, let's say a bow that gives you, let's say 12 hit rate, and for the first test you have, like, let's say a bow that had 2 hit rate, or even none, and now you are, again, level 40 plus, but you're switching bows, and now you have, like, okay, let's say at least 8 to 10, whatever, you know? Like, let's say you get some hunter bow, okay, that gives you 10 hit rate. You're still gonna miss, and some people will say that you are missing the same exact amount as if you didn't have any hit rate equipped, because once you reach a certain point, much higher than an enemy or an attack target, in this case the Empire Sentry, that very minimal chance is not gonna it's not gonna matter anymore depending on your hit rate. For example, if you're attacking leaf borers as your level 40 plus with let's say a hunter bow that has no hit rate, okay, and you miss, let's say you miss 3 times out of 100 attempts, okay, and first off, here's the other test, 5 out of 113. There's nothing special, you know, just it's the exact same thing as test number 2. But anyways, as I was saying, let's say you miss 3 times, okay, let's say you attack a leaf borer 100 times with a hunter bow that has 0 hit rate. You miss against the bow 3 out of 100 times, okay, which means 97 times you made the attack, you know, you hit, 3 times you missed, okay. Let's say you then equip a hunter bow with 8 hit rate, and you miss around that much still, 3. Maybe 1 higher or lower, but again, if you do more tests, it's going to be just more accurate, you know. But what I'm saying is, it's not going to go up or down. The reason why is because you're that much lower level than, you're that much higher level than the other enemy, and the way that the formula is calculated is in such a way that that hit rate will not matter once you reach a much higher level than the enemy you're attacking. Hit rate only matters if you're trying to attack enemies with higher evasion than you, meaning enemies that are a higher level than you. But it doesn't matter once you reach that very, very lowest point of, you know, missing, of a chance to miss. You know, because once you reach that 1% chance of missing, it doesn't matter how much hit rate you have, because, okay, that's just how it is. Basically what I'm saying with all of that in this is, I'm a much higher level than these things, so even if Dexterity gives me hit rate, you know, a hit rate bonus, there's a chance that you know, these guys, these Empire Sentries, of course, because them being a much lower level than me, there is really a pretty good chance that it really has nothing to do with, you know, of Dexterity increasing hit rate or not, because you can't tell anymore, because I'm already at that lowest point and I'm gonna get the very, very low misses. In this case, I'm getting like 4 or 5 misses out of over 100 attempts, you know? It's not gonna matter if I equip a bow that has 0 hit rate, because right now my bow has 7 hit rate. It's not gonna matter if I equip a bow that has 0 hit rate and I try the same Dexterity. People are gonna say it's the same, because I've already reached that highest point, you know, in which I have only a very minimal chance of missing. That's it, because hit rate only affects it. It only affects you when you are attacking enemies a much higher level than you, or a higher level than you. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyways, the final one was 3 out of 112. As you can see, the chance of missing is fairly low, and there's already a lot of machine out there. I can hear it. Don't you just hate it when people turn on their machines and lawnmowers and stuff like that, and then you can't even... Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. But okay. There you go. So again, some people say that this test is not really legit due to that entire argument that I just did, and man, that machine is very, very loud now. What the hell? Okay, so, yeah, now if you want to do the entire average of just misses, and okay, you go ahead and add up everything and then divide, of course. The chance of you missing is 3.6972%, okay, almost 3.7%, which means that with, I have 7 hit rate, 22 Dexterity, the chance of me missing is about 3.7%. So there you go. In the next video, we're going to just equip our Dexterity stuff. So we're going to have 7 hit rate. I mean, why do I keep... Oh my god, I've been saying... Oh shit, I've been saying 7 the whole time. I meant 6. My bow has 6 hit rate. God damn it. Whoops. I know you guys were like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, my hunter bow has 6. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do 28 Dexterity, 6 hit rate. So... yeah, goodbye everybody, and until next time.